Alright, so we're back in. So I'm on Red Mage right now. I'm a level 22 Red Mage, 11 White Mage, and I will admit I'm kind of hitting a bit of a wall with Red Mage and White Mage because they're both over level 20. The problem is I am over level 20, but look at my equipment. I do have an okay sword, but all of my armor is just level 10, and not even good level 10 armor. But like, as a mage, that's not really the problem. As a mage, my armor doesn't matter. The problem is I have no rings, right? Well, I have my EXP ring, but other than that, I don't have any rings. You know, nothing to boost my int or anything, or my MP. You know, no rings or earrings. I can't afford them. Like, I just literally can't afford them. And spells. So I'm high enough level that I could have Cure 3, I could have Regen. I think there's some other spells I could have too, but I can't afford them. So I'm hitting a bit of a wall where I need more gil, and not just a little gil. I need a lot of gil. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good method to get gil right now. Generally, what I like to do is I like to get Thief up to level 15 because of Treasure Hunter, and that really helps to make gil. But the thing is, a level 15 Thief isn't... you can't really do much with that. So the idea is you sub Thief to something else. So, like, you know, 30 Red Mage, 15 Thief. The problem is, until I hit level 30, I can't use it as a sub job if I level it up, right? So I'm in a bit of a weird place. Fishing is a good idea. The problem is, and I sold my the cheap rod and everything that I bought. I just sold that because I need the gil more than anything, which I'm gonna check my Mog house now. But the problem with fishing is, while it is good money, and once you have everything you need, you don't need to spend more money in order to fish. So it's really good. The problem is, I really need a good rod. The rod you want to start off is the Halcyon rod. The problem is the Halcyon rod, it costs a lot of money. Like, we're talking over 10,000 gil. Well over 10,000 gil to buy it. Damn near 20,000 gil if you're unlucky. Now, once you have the Halcyon rod, the actual lures that you want to get, those are fairly cheap. You can get the right lure for just a few thousand gil, and that'll last you forever. But yeah, the problem is you need that rod. Yeah, like once you have the Halcyon rod, it's all good. You'll be fine for the most part. There's some other rods you'll want, like the composite. The composite rod's incredibly good. But that costs even more money. But like, the thing is, once you get the Halcyon rod and the right lures, and you get your skill up a little bit, you can make really good money fishing. Like, even the level 1, or not level 1, but like, it's fish that you can catch right out of the box, right, with no skill. Moat carp. So you can sell a stack of moat carp for a couple thousand gil. It's and it's really easy to get them. So once you have the equipment, you can make gil fairly easily and reliably. The problem is getting the equipment, and again, I literally don't have a good way to make that initial gil, right? So I think what I'm gonna have to do is just level up Thief no matter what, right? Like, even if I don't have a good job to sub it to. So here's a really easy way to make gil as a low level with Thief. Beehive chips. So there's bees out in out near Bastock. There's bees. The bees they're only like level 6 or 7. They're very low level. A level 15 Thief could farm them no problem, minimal investment, right? And the bees, they drop honey and beehive chips, and the honey you can sell for maybe 1,000 gil a stack, but the beehive chips, you can sell those for about 4 to 5,000 gil per stack. It's pretty good, and they drop very commonly. It is a common drop, so if you have Treasure Hunter 1, you'll get beehive chips very, very rapidly. So that might be what I have to do to get that initial gil going, right? The main problem is so as a mage, I can get away with having shitty armor and weapons. I can really get away with that. But what I can't get away with is not having my spells, right? Like, not having Cure 3 means if a level 20 group invites me to be the healer, and I don't have Cure 3, that means I'm not going to be able to keep them alive. It's the same problem my other class is White Mage. As a White Mage, if I don't have Cure 3, I can't keep a party alive. You know, not a level 20 plus party, right? So it's it's a little frustrating, but it is a common thing you'll run into in this game, is you get a bunch of levels and you feel good about that. However, now you're in a situation where you need better weapons, better armor, better spells, whatever. Maybe all of the above even. And you just don't have the money for it, so you've got to slow down a little bit and farm some money to upgrade your stuff. It is a common thing. Alright, we got some gil here. So yeah, I sold my, I had a Hume fishing rod and a clothes pole, and I could catch fish with that. So here's the thing, right? Problem. You might ask, why don't you just use a cheaper fishing pole instead of, you know, like wanting to go straight for the Halcyon or the composite rod? And the reason is, the cheaper fishing poles, they have a chance to break. Now, you can break the Halcyon and the composite rod too, but there's very, very few things that will break them. Now, the worry is not that I will break the cheap rods, because so you know when a rod is gonna break. So when you go fishing and you get the message that you have a terrible feeling, that means you're probably gonna break your fishing rod. So just back out, cancel, and try again, right? The problem is that there are a lot more things that will give you a terrible feeling when you're using a cheap rod, and so fishing is very difficult. Like almost every time you cast your line out, you'll get a terrible feeling. So actually catching fish is very tedious. When you have a better rod like the Halcyon, there's almost nothing that will give you a terrible feeling, so you can just fish, right? Like, you can just fish and not worry about it, and you have a much better, you know, you'll get more fish, you'll catch a lot more, because you're not constantly canceling out. Oh yeah, look at that, I caught a moat carp. Yeah, so when it says I got 200 gil for that moat carp, that is 200 gil for one singular moat carp. Not a stack. Not a stack of moat carp. One. So yeah, fishing can make some good money. It's just you really gotta have the right gear for it. Gotta come prepared. Alright, let's so I do have plans. Maybe foolish plans, but we'll see, right? So I think I'm gonna have to level up Thief, you know, don't really want to, but I'm just gonna have to. But there are some things I want to do as a red mage first. Alright, so let's see, let's exit back out where we entered in. So area you entered from. Or do I want to go to the auction house first? I might need some auction house goodies. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Alright. Oh, also, it is Monday, so, hey, there's been a new conquest. Every week, conquest resets, and Sandoria isn't looking so good. We lost our own newbie zone. The Ronfar is currently under Bestock occupation. We need to correct that. But, okay, good news. Good news for you. And for me when I want to level up Thief. So, this is a bit of an addition that that Horizon has made, and I think it's a good addition. So when you have Signet on, and you are fighting enemies in an enemy-controlled region, you actually get more EXP. Like, they made it so that you actually get better like, you get a little EXP boost for fighting with Signet on in an enemy region. And so, since the newbie zone is now under enemy control, you'll get a little bonus EXP just out killing stuff in the Ronfar. Like, it's a good time to level up right now as a, you know, if you want to level up a new class or something, right? Good timing for that. But yeah, we lost the Ronfar, and we lost most of the areas, but there's two very good places that you'll wanna get. So one is Zulkheim, which I actually, I went ahead and did this, I got a few places just on my own. So, like, when Durflin was under Sandoria control, I went ahead and grabbed that before the conquest rolled over. Durflin, like, the outpost it's very close to Juno. So I went ahead and got that. But this time, Zulkheim. So Zulkheim, that's where the dunes are. That's Valkyrim Dunes. So, if you have Zulkheim, you can just teleport directly to Selbina, which is very nice. Like, so I don't have to, like, physically run from Sandoria down to Selbina now. That is incredibly handy. But otherwise, yeah, we lost, like, all the territory. Kolshushu. Kolshushu is Sandoria. That's a good one. It's just the mirror, you know, it's kind of a mirror of the dunes. I'll grab that later. Like, all I have to do is ride the boat from Selbina to Mara, and then the outpost is in the zone right outside of that. So that's an easy one to grab. Another named one we want is Kufam Island. Now, Tulia, that is some high-level shit. I can't, like, I don't have access to that. We won't worry about it. But Kufam, that is a very handy place to have the outpost for. I will grab that as well, but I'll grab it when we eventually go over to Juno. And I'm not quite ready to go to Juno yet. But yeah, the conquest results this time around, not the best for Sandoria. Not the best for us. I always found the conquest system in this game, I don't know, I always found it really enjoyable, and I kind of feel like it adds a fun little dynamic element to the game. But at the same time, I don't think it adds necessarily a like a hostile or a toxic, if you will, element to the game. What I mean is, think about World of Warcraft, and in World of Warcraft, I know for a fact that people get really, really serious about their Horde versus Alliance shenanigans, right? Like, people really, they take hard sides on that one. And and they get aggressive about it, right? Most games I've ever played that have some kind of like, you know, set factions or sides, people can get that way. Like, even if you can't directly PvP each other, it creates a sort of hostility, right? I never really got that with the nation states in Final Fantasy XI. Like, I never really got that vibe here. And even the conquest, I really don't think the conquest system, I don't think it encourages people to be dicks to each other or anything. It's just, yeah, you want your nation to do well, but, you know, it's okay if you come in last. It doesn't mean anything. Like, yeah, I'd like the resources from those regions, I'd like it, but it's nothing to lose sleep over. It's nothing to make you, like, to go on an angry gamer rant on Reddit about, you know, those damn Sandy Oreo people taking our regions. Yeah, it's nothing people get up in arms about. Alright, so I have a plan. Not a good one, but I have plan. So, we're going to Gelspa Outpost. I may be poor-ass broke, but you know what I got? I put in the money, and I have a level 20 longsword. So, with longsword in hand, I'm gonna try to solo the boss fight in Gelspa Outpost, and this might go really, really poorly for me. This might not go the way I want it to go. However, I gotta try. Right? I gotta try. I gotta give it my best, right? Now, ideally, I'd want to have some form of help during this, but I don't know. I want to try it on my own, right? I want to see if I can do it. And if I die, I do have 500 EXP into my level, so I won't get de-leveled if I die. All right? I'll take a big hit to my pride, but I won't de-level, and that's the important thing. Also, I want to see if maybe, okay, so here's a way we could potentially make money. If there are any enemies in Gelspa Outpost that we still get EXP from, even a little bit, that means we can farm them for fire crystals. Orcs drop fire crystals, and right now fire crystals are selling hot. Alright? Like, fire crystals are in hot demand. So if I can make money, like if I can, you know, if I can get fire crystals in the outpost, I'm gonna try to do that. Which, crystals are always just a good source of income. You don't need Thief for that. As far as I know, Thief doesn't even help. The way the game works, crystals are kind of independent, because, you know, you get them from having Signet cast on you. So as far as I know, crystals are independent from actual loot pools, so Treasure Hunter doesn't really help with that. Like, if you're farming actual items, Treasure Hunter is what you want, but I don't think it matters for crystals, and that's a good thing. Yeah, crystal farming is the #1 way to make money early on. The only problem is you only get crystals from enemies that give you EXP. And, you know, if you're in that weird situation where, you know, your level has outpaced your equipment, and so you kind of struggle to fight things your own level, you'll run into the problem that, okay, now you can't farm crystals, right? And that's where having Treasure Hunter and the ability to get more loot drops from just any enemy. That's where that comes in. But main problem is Sandoria is really a lot worse than the other starting areas as far as crystal drops go. Because most of the enemies you're going to be fighting, like, you know, the rabbits and tunnel worms and stuff like that, the stuff you're going to be fighting pretty much to level 10. Like, those crystals are not, they don't sell for a lot. They don't sell horrible, like, you do get money, but they don't really sell for enough cash to really fund you, you know? The, like in Bestock, at a very low level, you're going to be fighting bees. And bees, again, you have good actual loot drops, but also they drop wind crystals, which sell for over 1,000, so... Yeah, the other nations, I think they get better... I think they get better crystal drops early on. Like, much better crystal drops. Alright, so I'm looking for the hut that initiates the boss encounter. I think it's right here. I think. Also, it looks like the actual enemies here are way too low level to give me anything. I'll look deeper into the outpost, but I think we might be out of luck there. So here we go. This is the, this is where the fight happens. This is it. Before I go in, I want to make sure I'm as buffed up and healed up and ready as I can. Now this fight, as far as I know, like 2 level 11 people with a lot of hardship can duo it, right? I'm level 22, so I'm banking on the enemies just not being able to hurt me too much. Like I'm banking on over leveling, but we'll see how far that carries me, right? So I want to go in with absolutely as much HP and MP as possible. So I buffed up, I put on Shell and Protect. So now I want to Thunder myself as well, and I want to Aqua Veil myself, but I want to make sure I have like maximum MP. Just maxed out MP, because this is gonna be rough, right? Like even if I'm over leveled, it's gonna be rough, and I'm probably gonna die. Okay, so now let's Aqua Veil. Okay, I have the ability to bind enemies. I might be able to bind some of the enemies and keep them from attacking me. That might work out to my advantage. So, Thunder my weapon. And then we rest again. I mean, the shortest buff I have is Thunder, right? And that's got like 3 minutes on it. But yeah, here's my strategy. So I know we're gonna have to fight 3 enemies at the same time. I'm thinking we bind one of them. The one that looks like it hits the hardest in melee, we bind that one. And then we try to just blitz through another enemy. Maybe use Chain Spell, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's gonna be a fucking mess. Let's just take our punishment now. Let's do it. Time to save the children. Yeah, save the children. Huh. Man, the record for this is 56 seconds. Oh, smells like people! Get them! Throw into sheep hut! Oh god. Okay. That guy looks big. Alright, bind him. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, the good thing is I think I'm way higher. Oh god damn it, they're ranged. They're not gonna go in melee range. They're not gonna melee me. Oh, okay, I'm good. Okay, I am way over leveled. Whew. I was really worried. Yeah, so this was meant to be done when you're like level 10. Good. Good. Yeah, okay, okay. No panic. No panic. No panic. So yeah, I'm kind of cheesing it out by being so high level. I'm okay with this because I have to do it to rank up, right? I'll take an easy fight. I'll take it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, so I win, yes? Oh, okay, here we go. We've got the hut door over there. I mean, yeah, I beat him, so... Hey, where are you going? Nobody escaped Orc Camp alive. Gwahahaha! But me kidding. Today your lucky day. Me different from other Orc. Me nice. If you nice too, me let you go. But freedom not for free. Huh. Oh, you dumb face. Gil, me want Gil. Me very nice Orc. Me give bargain. 100 Gil, me give you to friends. They not nice like me. Fight to the bitter end. So, do we fight, like, do we have more fights now? Okay, I get, alright. Well, I guess we done it. Alright, you think you won? Your time soon end. Yeah, so that was a little weird, but it was, yeah, I kind of blitzed through it because I'm just higher level, right? Okay. Your days is numbered, me say so. Alright. So I did it. I got the Orcish hut key. So do I just use that here or what? Okay, I get cutscene now. Wait. Ooh. Hey, look. Oh, we're getting plot. Nice. That's some hair right there. That is some hair. You are the adventurer that Piyuge sent, are you not? Bravely have you fought against the orcs. Well done. On behalf of my spineless brother, I thank you. He had not the strength to save one boy, and so sent an adventurer in his stead. Indeed, he is dirt upon the name of House de Oragil. Enough blather. Let us save the boy. Open the door. Is anyone here? There was never anyone to begin with. Oh, there we go. Oh, Your Highness. You are Tetamount from the cathedral. Yes, it's me. Truly, I am grateful you came, Your Highness. I am relieved he seems well. I will bring the boy back to Sandoria. You have my thanks, adventurer. I will inform the guards of your deeds. Now let us be off. Alright. So now I think we did it. I think there's nothing more to do at the hut. Okay. Yeah, I really overhyped that one, I think. The thing is that, like, whenever you have to do a boss fight for any reason, I don't know, like, this game, it tends to always go hard on you, but not this time. I think the main thing is that the fight is completely unsynced, right? Like you go into that fight, you can go in potentially at level 10, or you could go in at level 75, right? If I'd gone in at level 10, I could see how that would be a challenging fight, I think. Alright, so I'm just looking around to see if there's anything that, I feel like probably nothing's gonna be high enough level for me to actually get EXP on. No. No, it's all, yeah, it's all way lower level than me. I can't get crystals here, so unfortunate. Also, I wonder, so I see like a little bridge down there. I wonder, yeah, I'm really wondering if you can cross over that area, right? Like, is there a way to get down there and cross over the water? I think there is. Yeah, okay, okay. So when you look at the map, it looks like this could just be a dead end. And there's a lot of dead ends on the maps too. There's a lot of them. But no, this one, yeah, you can walk over the little river here and then okay, so you don't have to go all the way around. Good to know. Very good to know. All right, I'm ready to rank up. I'm gonna rank up and turn in a shitload of crystals so that I get maximum points. But then I guess we're right back to we'll be right back to our initial problem, right? That initial problem being we are poor ass broke and we don't really have any good way to fix that. So the worst thing, right? Like the one thing you don't want to do in this game is you really don't want to join parties like with really bad, like underprepared gear and all that. Also, I don't know, I'll try to kill a few orcs. I can't get crystals, but I might be able to get other, you know, other loot drops, right? I honestly don't even really know what they drop. Like, what all do these orcs drop? Some gil. I mean, I guess it's raw money, right? Can't go wrong with that. Do they actually, like, do they even drop any proper items, or? I honestly don't really know what exactly orcs drop. So, okay, they drop an axe. That's cool. I guess I can sell that. Yeah, I mean, I guess you get raw gil for killing these guys, and I mean, that can be worth it, I guess. Now let me clear out my my TP. There we go. All right, let's just get out of here. So I got me an orcish axe, which is yeah, it's a Beastmaster weapon that lowers your charisma, which is the absolute fucking worst thing a Beastmaster could possibly equip. I love that. Alright, so now, time to stress about money. Man, isn't it great we can escape into the wonderful world of Final Fantasy to worry about bills. But yeah, it's this is a situation that I found myself in frequently back in the day. So back in the day, I would frequently find myself in the spot of, like, I would level up, and I'd find that, like, oh god, my gear is absolute crap. Like, I can't function, right? I don't have my spells, I don't have my equipment. Oh god, I feel bad. And if someone invited me to a group, a level 20 plus group, I don't think I would really be contributing to the group as well as I could. You know? Now, obviously, no one really expects you to have, like, the best of the best gear. That was kind of a problem back in the day. Back in the day, like, if, I remember I played Bard a lot, and as a Bard, not having, like, Mary's Horn, which was an incredible, rare instrument that gave you, like, a giant boost on your lullaby-type songs. Like, not having that was a problem in some groups. Like, groups would literally kick you out for not having it. I don't think that kind of elitism is really a problem on this server, because they generally don't seem to care as much. And really, you never needed that stuff. It's just, that was just toxic player meta behavior back in the day. But it will feel bad to go into a party with, like, really shitty equipment. That's gonna feel bad. And yeah, I know, yeah, like, in this game, you will be worrying about your economic situation in Final Fantasy. You'll be worrying about it a lot. but for me, that is part of the fun. And really, I would prefer to have to worry about it than to not have to worry about it at all. Like, it's one of the reasons I never got fully invested in Final Fantasy XIV, because I never had to buy anything, right? Like, every piece of gear I ever needed was just given to me by the game for playing the game. And, like, your spells and all that, yeah, you just play the game, right? Play the game and you'll get everything. But in FF11, you do have to worry about it, but honestly, I like having to worry about it. It's fun having to come up with solutions for my problems. Let's see, what am I thinking? I was thinking, which entrance do I want to go into? I'll go in this one. Also, man, it's a quiet Monday morning. Well, I guess morning for most, but, you know, for me, afternoon. Monday is always kind of the slow day, understandably. But I hate it when it's super quiet in here. Alright. So I think I've done everything I need to do. Let's rank up. Ah, you've returned. You were gone so long. I feared a war machine had got you. I could make a very tasteless joke on that one, but alright. At any rate, mission complete. And to reward your accomplishment, I hereby recognize you, Doublus, as a certified adventurer of Sandoria. You're now mission rank 2 as well. Yeah! But don't get too excited. Your title is only valid here in Sandoria. Understand? In order to become a true adventurer and bear an adventurer's certificate, you must be recognized by Bastok and Windurst as well. 'Tis a treaty between the three lands, and its word is law. I know it's hard, but those are the rules. For now, cut your adventuring teeth in the areas near here. Sooner or later, you'll find your way into other lands. I'll admit, you're one of my favorite recruits, so I've always had new missions for you, but I'm responsible for other adventurers too. Henceforth, I will check your rank points to determine whether you're ready for the next mission. The best way to earn points is to join the Conquest and thereby obtain crystals. If you want to know more about the Conquest, ask the Lord Knight at any gatehouse. Alright, and I got a Sandorian ring. So Sandorian ring, it gives me 2 defense, +1 strength, +1 mind. The mind and strength, that's actually not terrible stats for a red mage. Like, I need the mind for white magic, I need the strength for my melee. That's not a bad ring, actually. That's actually not bad. So, so this server kind of does this a little differently. So in vanilla classic Final Fantasy XI, the way they do the nation rings is a little different. Like in the default game, you get your nation's ring if you join a nation and you are the same race as that nation. So like, okay, like as a human playing in Sandoria, I would not get the Sandorian ring in normal FF11. But if I was an elf and I started in Sandoria, I would start the game with the Sandorian ring. So like if you want the Sandorian ring, you have to be an elf. If you want the Bastok ring, you've got to be either a human or a Galka and join Bastok. And Windurst, you have to be either a Taru or a Mithra. So that's like that's how the game handles the nation rings normally. And I kind of hate it. I think most people did. Because yeah, like I'm a human in Sandoria, so I just don't get a ring. Like, oh, what's that? So the way this server does it, where they tie it to your rank, I think that's a little more fair, honestly. I mean, it's no big deal either way. The nation ring, it's a 2 defense ring that, like, it gives you a +1 in 2 different stats. That's nothing super special. It's just a nice handy little boost, right? It's a handy little boost. Alright, so we can, in order to increase our rank further, we could do missions. That is a possibility. The other thing you can do is you can just hand in a shitload of crystals, and that is actually the preferable method to do it. The reason being that when you hand in crystals, for all of the excessive crystals you hand the guard, you will get bonus conquest points, and the amount of conquest points you get is ridiculous. Like, you get a ridiculous amount of conquest points doing this, so that's how I'm gonna do it. Because I think, right now I have, I've got 2,684 points, which, not much. I wonder, did I get any gil? Did I get any gil for ranking up? Let me check. I don't see in the log anywhere that they gave me gil. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I don't see that they gave me gil anywhere, but did I have 6,000 gil? I feel like I had 5,000. What do you, well, I mean, in-game, right now, in-game, it's a bad hour for players. There was still almost 1,000 players when I logged in, so, that's fine. But if you mean earlier when I was saying that, for the stream, it's always, Mondays are always exceptionally, no one shows up. No one shows up for the afternoon streams on Mondays, but I want to play anyway, so I figure, hey, I'm here and I want to play the game, so might as well stream it. even if it's very quiet. Because, half the fun of the stream is just having people to back and forth with. I find, just playing games in general, I tend to be a little more motivated to actually play games when I just have people to kind of talk about games with while I do it. That's just kind of my thing. I've always been that way. Like I was the type that I liked, you know, like even back playing like the NES or whatever, I liked playing games in the same room with other people and, you know, bullshitting about games and the game itself while we do it. That's just always like how I've liked to play games. If I'm just sitting in silence by myself, I don't know, it's never as fun. I think that's also why I tend to gravitate towards MMOs, because, you know, the social factor there, right? Like, I like to talk about games.